Go ahead.
I want the library secure. Don't let them get to Sullivan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this looks like a good place to do some stealth. I'll just wait back here. When they've got their backs to me, I'll quietly jump down and then I can go right in for the... Seriously? I just took my gun out of my pocket and they heard me? Oh boy, this is going to be a tricky one. After making my Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 stealth guides, a couple of people have been asking me, well, what about stealth in Uncharted Drake's Fortune? And the reason I haven't made a guide for that is because stealth in that game is really quite limited. There's no pulling people from around cover, there's no pulling people off ledges, it's literally just breaking people's necks, and even that can be difficult to pull off. However, I've decided to finally step up to the challenge and find some places that you can chain together a couple of stealth moves. Now, don't be expecting any miracles, we're not going to be taking out whole rooms of guys here, it's literally just a handful of people. But before we get into that, a quick disclaimer. Trying to replicate the following gameplay footage may be extremely frustrating and or seem impossible. Enemy pattern timings tend to vary a lot, so what you see in this video may be different to what you see when you try it yourself. Therefore, I'm presenting this video as more of an evidence of my findings than a comprehensive stealth guide that you should necessarily follow, as some of these are a lot more trouble than they're worth. Like seriously, I spent hours replaying some of these sections. It's not good. Chapter 4, Plane Wreck, is the first place you can do some stealth, and there are quite a few sections in this chapter that you can stealth. Here we're going to take out 3 guys, and it's relatively easy to do. Just got to be wary of the 2 far guys so that they don't see you as they go into their positions. But we're going to take this guy out first. The second guy we're going to take out is resting on that middle pillar. Now if you just position yourself behind him and press square, you'll be able to break his neck, as in this game you can't take cover and stealth from around cover. Watch out for this last guy, as sometimes he does see you take out the middle guy, and I'm just being very cautious here to make sure that I only run up behind him when he's got his back to me totally, because he can see you, he's got some good peripheral vision if not. And as long as you take him out before he gets too far into this section, the other guys in the trees won't pop out yet. So just back up and get into a position where you're happy to take him out. A little bit later on, still in chapter 4, you'll come up to this clearing where there are 4 guys here that you could potentially take out. Now this one is extremely difficult to do because these guys don't always walk in this particular formation. Sometimes they'll huddle around that opening section, and sometimes this guy won't go down here, he'll go down the middle and you'll get spotted very, very easily. But if you're extremely lucky and they do turn up in this formation, then you can take them all out. Then get ready to take on the 2 guys that are going to ambush you afterwards. This is the last area in chapter 4 where you can stealth kill at least 3 people. Now a lot of people like to use this checkpoint to get the stealth attacker trophy by taking out that one guy over and over again. But if you want to take out a few more people, sometimes you can stealth that guy, sometimes you have to just punch him really quickly. And then in a bit there'll be a guy that will walk around the corner who will sometimes see the dead body of his friend and sometimes he won't, so that's a bit of a gamble. But if he doesn't see him, then you could just wait for him to walk up here and then break his neck. Now you can't take anybody else out in this section because there is a guy with the rocket launcher gun who will see you as he's on top of that bit over there. So just get in a good position to take out everybody else. But don't go this way because I walked into a trap. Chapter 5, the Fortress, and this is the only area you can really take out 2 guys before having to do a rather large combat bit in a second. Now these 2 walk out the tunnel at various speeds, sometimes they get there a little faster than others, but one of them will always walk down those stairs on the other side of this area, and the other will stand at the top for a little bit before following him down the stairs. Now be careful when you roll out of this cover in a second, because sometimes that guy will see you. Either take this guy out like before he gets on the stairs, because sometimes the slope can mess up the stealth animation, or wait for them to both reach the bottom of the stairs and take them out there. After that there's no one else you can really take out, as the next section has a lot of enemies that are looking already in your direction, so just plan what you want to do next and take it from there. Jumping ahead now to chapter 14, going underground, and there are 3 guys that you can take out here, but it is going to require a lot of patience, as these guards are really irritating. As they walk, they're constantly looking behind them, so always be aware of that. So after taking out this guy, we're going to want to take out, there's a guy that's walking very slowly up and down the middle. So you're going to have to wait quite a long time for him to come down the aisle to where you are. When he gets to about this distance, you're going to slowly want to walk around this pillar so that he doesn't see you, because he will see you if you don't move. Now don't go and run behind him to break his neck until he's 100% stopped walking, because like I said before, he will look around as he's walking down and therefore he will spot you. And this final guy, you're going to have to punch him really quickly to get him. Sometimes those guys will see you, sometimes they won't, so that again is a bit of a gamble if you want to try and take him out. After that, it's up to you how you want to take out the rest of the guys in this room. Chapter 15, On the Trail of the Treasure, is the final area that I could find to do some stealth. Now this one is really, really difficult. You could definitely take out these first two guys. Just be aware, these guys will look behind them a lot. So as you're taking out the first one, just check that these two aren't going to look behind. Now that guy, you're going to have to punch him really quick. And then this guy here, sometimes he will have already passed this kind of tree root bit. And if that happens, I have a different strategy that I'll show you afterwards. Because you don't want to chase him too far to break his neck. Because that guy who's walking down the steps will see you. So now we're going to run all the way around the outside to make sure that the guy coming down the steps won't see you. Be aware that there is a guy with a desert or something. He's sitting up there. So don't climb up there because he's there. So we're just going to wait for this guy to walk past this area. Just being really careful that I'm just staying in cover. And once he gets to here, we're just going to run and break his neck. Now I was a little slow and I had to punch him instead. But as long as you punch them quick enough, then they can't alert the others. Now there's one more person we're going to take out after him. That is going to walk down these steps and do exactly the same thing as that guy just there did. So I'm just waiting at the bottom of the stairs just to see if he's coming. You don't want to go too far up the stairs because then he will see you. But once you kind of see him coming, I think I saw him right in the corner there. Just go round and, oh look, there's that guy that I was telling you about. He's just chilling up there. And just wait here for him to walk down the steps and go in the same position as the guy we just took out before. May take him a little while, but he is coming. So after quite a long bit of waiting, this guy finally makes his way to the same place as the guy was before. So once he goes past that tomb, we're going to just run up and break his neck exactly the same as before. After him, there's not really anybody else to take out. Once you go up these stairs, there's quite a lot of guys there. And whenever I try to take out this one guy hiding behind here, someone somewhere always spotted me. Now I'm going to show you the alternative method for if that third guy over there, sometimes he walks a little bit faster than other times. So in this example, he's too far for me to break his neck because once he gets to that past that tomb, the guy coming down the stairs will see you. So he's just going to rest over here and have a cigarette. So just take your time and lean up against this tomb and wait for the guy to come down the stairs because we're going to take him out first. Now this can be really quite tricky because when he gets to kind of around the tomb, you're going to want to quickly move out of cover and take cover on the left side of the wall like that. This can be extremely annoying to get right because sometimes you make a little bit too much noise and this guy will hear you. Other times the guy leaning up against the wall won't have moved away from the wall yet. The timings of these soldiers are really unpredictable. Once this guy's down, all you've got to do is wait for the other guy to walk down the stairs and take him out just like in the clip before. And that is basically it for all the areas that I found you could chain together a couple of stealth kills. It's really quite frustrating, but it could be helpful for people who want to get that 50 stealth kills trophy. You can just find one of these areas and just rinse and repeat it over and over again. Let me know how you get on, or if there are any other areas that you were successful in stealthing in. I would love to know. And as always, thank you all for watching, and go break some necks.